Hey guys, how's it going? This is Obi with Line Strong Elite, and thank you for tuning in for another video. Guys, as always, you can be anywhere else, but you're here with me right now, watching my video, getting ready to get some knowledge, get some information, because I'm here to provide that for you. So guys, first order of business, please be sure to subscribe to my channel. The button is below, as you already know, and like the video. Okay, so with that said, housekeeping's done. Let's get into the video, guys. So today's topic is, why is that high achieving men, high performing men, and again, who am I speaking of? I'm talking about the working professional, the executive, the entrepreneur, the CEO. Why these individuals typically, not all of them obviously, but considering my experience, why a vast majority of them tend to struggle with their fitness. Okay, so we're gonna dive into it. And again, guys, when I'm making these videos, I'm not just reading some article or reading some blog. Okay, I'm speaking from personal experience as a coach, as somebody that consistently works with these individuals on a regular basis. Okay, so I understand their problems. As much as they don't want to admit it, these guys, as much as I admire them and I respect them, damn it, they are hard-headed, and they're hard to show them that they're not doing things right, because a lot of their ego is tied into their success, rightfully so. When a man has a tremendous ego that's been successful, that's where it comes from, and that's nothing wrong with that. But as somebody that tries to help these men become even more than what they are, and help them basically make sure all their bases are covered, it can be a struggle, I'm telling you. So anyway, let's get into the video. So guys, the reason why these type of men typically struggle with their fitness, it has nothing to do with motivation, okay, or discipline in terms of hard work. These guys, and I'm talking about myself as well. I've been an entrepreneur for many years. I run a couple of businesses, so I understand the mindset that's needed to be successful, okay? But with these types of men, they're already wired, they have these type A, these super type A personality traits. So when it comes to being ambitious, when it comes to being driven, this isn't an issue, okay? Considering that they put all their energy and all their willpower and their desire into building whatever they're building, whether it's managing their company they're running one business, multiple businesses, employees. It takes a lot of planning and organization to do all these things, obviously, and because of that, that's why most people are not really equipped to handle stuff like this. Okay, that's why a very small percentage of individuals do these things. So, but as a result of being so, dedicated to their craft, to their work, they put all their energy into that. And by doing that, they typically put training, a proper diet. They typically don't prioritize these things because they're putting all their energy here. So where I come in is I basically help them bridge the gap. Okay, and by bridging the gap, they can dedicate more energy, more time, and more of their resolve to helping their employees, managing their companies, growing their businesses, and ultimately they become successful. But they typically don't have a good training routine. So I'm just gonna go over some points. I wrote them down so we can go through this video in order. So the first thing is why consistency is the #1 predictor of long-term success. So again, we talked about these individuals are successful because of their hard work. See, they're consistent when it comes to work, but when it comes to training, they typically don't know what system to adopt, or excuse me, they don't even have a system. They just think that they're going to go to the gym like everyone else, do whatever workout workout plan they see online, because that's enough. People don't understand that the type of training you do is important. It's not so much about training, it's about what training works best with your specific situation, and what type of training can you create that's going to work based off of your travel schedule, your work schedule, the meetings you have. Like, that's what it comes down to, guys. A lot of times it's not so much of the program itself, or excuse me, the working out itself. It's more of the program that needs to be tailored. Oftentimes people do cookie cutter stuff that's for everybody. But guess what? That workout that you go on bodybuilding.com, yeah, that's for that kid who's 18 and doesn't have a job and can spend hours at the gym. He can hang out with his girlfriend because he works a part-time job or barely works at all. But what about the guy who's the executive? What about the guy who's the lawyer, who has cases, who has meetings all the time? Trust me, I deal with those guys. The thing is, how do you come in and create something to where the meetings and all the work can still be handled without having to sacrifice anything on the back end? Okay, that's the key. In addition to that, it's important that you adopt a system that's sustainable and easy to do and sustainable. What do I mean by that? So I've used this example in previous videos or shorts. I can't remember which one, but I've mentioned this. I'm a big fan of keeping, I'm a big fan of keeping training sessions as short as possible, 30 minutes. Now, you probably heard, well, you got to work out for an hour. Okay, sure, you can work out for an hour, but on this channel, we talk about optimization. We talk about how to maximize what you're doing. And to maximize what you're doing, you need to train, okay? So what does training mean? It means that you're going in with a specific plan, with a specific purpose. We're gonna hit these muscles today. We're gonna do this many, in my case, I like to do stations in my program because I don't believe in counting reps. This many stations, we're gonna superset it with this. We're gonna, pyramid. We're gonna do all these things that's all organized and structured. Because when it's structured, that's when you can really maximize the benefit you're getting, okay? That's the key, okay? So, when it comes to training, simple, 30 minutes. I like to make sure that people do like 5 or 6 stations or exercises, but I like to say stations because I like to focus on, going from one place to the next and having the mindset be more about getting as many as I can with the ferocious intensity. So I'll give a simple example. Let's say I'm going to be working upper body. Specifically, I'm going to be putting my pressing muscles together. So I'm going to focus on horizontal press and vertical press, right? And so basically shoulders and triceps, but I'm going to do them in a capacity to where I'm still getting my heart rate up. Because remember, guys, even though you want to build muscle, you want to build strength, I always say that that the third component should be the heart rate, or cardiovascular should be up, okay? So how do you do that? It's simple. Let's just say, first station, we're doing I like to do this. I like to do, 5 neutral shoulder presses, 5 of these shoulder presses, okay? And then 5 standing Arnold presses, and then I'll repeat that. I'll do that for 2 minutes, okay? After that, take a 30-second break. And if you're doing that for 2 minutes straight, guys, your heart rate's gonna be pounding, okay? And then you're gonna go over to do a floor press, a chest press, 2 minutes there, okay? Let's say you do incline. Come back, we'll do some lateral raises, 2 minutes, 30-second break, and then go back to the, to chest press, but this time do an incline. So you wanna mix it up, keep the body guessing, but you still wanna stick to those same principles. But notice how I said 2 minutes of this, 30 seconds of this. Why am I doing that? You want the workout to be challenging. So to be challenging, you wanna make sure that you are keeping the rest short, so you're getting that cardiovascular, and it's going to be challenging. So don't be surprised if you can't lift this much weight. That's not what it's about. It's about challenging your body and keeping the actually working sets longer. That way the body has to fight, and that's how you cause that forced adaptation to help your body grow. Okay, so that's just an example of some type of training that you want to implement. Nutrition, of course. I talked about in previous videos that when it comes to nutrition, that is predicated by the training. The more intense you train, the easier it is to eat properly, because number one, naturally, your body's gonna start craving food naturally, okay? Because you're breaking your body apart. Number two, your body's gonna want food that's gonna actually repair it. So this is why I'm so big on you eating the proper, diet, where you're eating a complete protein, which is an animal source of protein, ideally, okay? If you're someone who doesn't eat meat, of course, we can work with that, but ideally you wanna go that route. A good sources of fats, good sources of carbs, so that way you're eating optimally for performance. People eat because they want to lose weight, but what they don't understand is that the training is what takes care of that. When you train properly, your body can optimize nutrition, which helps you reach your goal no matter what it is. Okay, and so that's an example. So we talked about how to create a system to lock all that in. So the system, guys, is just customizing everything, making sure that things are tailored. Don't just do, okay, I'm gonna read this magazine and do this workout. Guys, that will get you but so far, okay? You know, I always tell people, the reason why individual coaching is the best route versus doing it like a class or something is because I always tell people you're gonna run into two issues. The class is either gonna be too much, you can't keep up, or it's not gonna be hard enough or challenging enough. That's usually what happens. And it makes sense why, because when you go to these classes or do these group setting events, they have to accommodate everybody. So they're not paying attention to your performance. They're not paying attention to what kind of stuff you do. They're not tracking your progress. They can't, they're not creating programs that are for you. Guys, personalized training works. It's effective. The reason why it works is because of the system. Most people don't create systems, guys. So when you have a system, it's easy to stick with it, okay? So that, when it comes to that. So we already talked about how, I believe in 30 minutes and why that's a time efficient route. Because guys, realistically speaking, when people tell me, oh, well, I want to work out longer than that, I want to do this. Guys, realistically, life happens, okay? You have your children, you have business, okay? You want to do something that you're going to stick with on a daily basis, okay? So whatever's going to give you the best opportunity to be consistent on a Monday, Tuesday through Sunday basis, right, is 30-minute workouts. I have high intensity. Also, I forgot to mention this. Dumbbells only, okay? Don't use barbells, don't use machines, okay? Why? Because dumbbells offer the most versatility, but it also allows you to be done anywhere. So I have clients where when they're traveling, I tell them, go to a place you can get dumbbells, whether it be a hotel, when you go to your work office, when you're at home, even when you're driving around in your car, right? Keep dumbbells around so that way you can use them and knock out your workouts, okay? You want to create as less roadblocks and impediments as possible. That way the work gets done, okay? As long as it gets done in a structured format on a consistent basis with no interruptions, okay? Doing systems like this eliminates excuses, eliminates any, I don't have time, bull crap, okay? I have clients who, while they're doing their Zoom meetings or doing their board, I got a funny story. I got a guy I train, right? He lives out in Australia. Okay, I coach, right? I'm here in the United States, so I coach him. He tells me that he does his workouts in his board meetings. Like, they're literally sitting around at the table, and as he's talking, whatever, he's doing his workout while he's dealing with employees. He's looking at the program that I wrote out for him, and he's doing it. Guys, that's what you gotta do, right? That's what you gotta do. Of course, at first, I'll ask him, so how does that go with your employees? He said, well, they look at me kind of weird. Who gives a damn? You look great. And in fact, I find it to be inspirational because they look at him like, man, with how busy this guy is, he's getting his work done. So guys, when you want it that bad, you're going to figure out a way. Who cares what they think? You just got to do what you got to do because we're high performing men and we get results no matter what. Okay. Who cares? Okay. So guys, with that said, in order to do stuff like that, in order to focus on what you got to do, and no matter the cost, it requires you to have a certain type of mindset shift. You have to center your mind about, I gotta do this no matter what. I talked about in a previous video, you wanna have that only plan A mindset, okay? Most people have this, okay, well, if it don't work out, then I can do this. Or if that don't work, I can do that. You wanna have a plan A, meaning that I only have one option and I gotta make it work, okay? I don't care how busy I am with my meetings. I don't care what business I take care of. I'm gonna do my workout in. Okay? It doesn't matter. Just get it done. And I find that when you personalize it, I find that when you keep things simple, I find that when you keep the workout short in duration, right? And you're using things that you can easily move around and take place to place, you can get that done most likely, okay? So if you follow that system, guys, I promise you're gonna get the best results and it's gonna work. And guys, that's the video. So I hope you guys took from that. Again, I said a lot of information, but again, I just want to make sure you guys are understanding. That way you can be in the best position to succeed and to be at an optimal position to have advantage, okay? So guys, as always, thank you for watching my video. Be sure to subscribe to Lion Strong Elite for more videos, and I'll be bringing more content that you guys can utilize and have it be valuable to your lives and implement, not just tomorrow or the next day, right now, okay? Guys, over here at Lion Strong Elite, be sure to check out the description. If you guys are interested in some personalized coaching, There's an application process, so you might have to follow the link to my website where you have to apply if you're interested, guys. If you're serious about trying to have that structure, have that system in place to help you maximize yourself, you got to get with those who are pros and those who have the experience and that can really take you to the next level. Okay, with that said, guys, signing out here, over here, Launch Strong Elite. Have a great day. Thanks so much. Bye.